these primetime games. We got the Browns and Ravens Monday Night Football, about a handful of college basketball games. We'll have most of them covered today with our Pig Dogs Thru. Let's take a look at our guest lineup for today. We got Brian Biller, who's on a tear right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. You can see him doing well in college football, but man, past 7 days, knocking it out. Al Ninos would join us, as will Razawacki. Chris Ruffalo will serve as co-host. We got Kevin Thomas in today. All right, let's go ahead and welcome Chris Ruffalo. Chris, all set to go for another week?
Absolutely. I got the Rutgers game on behind me. I want to get going so I can catch most of it.
All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and bring him in. And Brian Bitley, you'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium, as well as the morning show with Mitch and Company. Brian, how are things going?
All right, man. I'm roaring hot. Number one last 30 days. I just got to keep up the winning picks off a great Sunday.
Yeah, you were doing fantastic work with plus 1,800 units of profit. You're going to be looking at this college basketball game here with Marquette and Creighton. This one at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and you could watch this one over on Fox Sports 1. Creighton is laying 8. Total sits here at 153. I know Marquette on a road trip after their loss at UCLA.
Yeah, I'm always worried when I lock in on the game in the morning at a +7 and it's up to a +8. But there is pretty heavy Creighton action in this game. I really believe that Marquette's a lot better than the two losses that they've already had. I think they're a top 20 team when it comes down to it. I think you're going to see an improved effort against one of the best teams in the land, Creighton. Marquette's 5-2 against the spread, last 7 as a dog. And road-wise, as a road team, they're 7-3 against the spread, Marquette is. So for me, I think they come in, and I think they keep it within 3 points in this game in a tough matchup down to the wire.
All right.
With Creighton.
All right, again, over two possessions, almost 3 possessions here with Marquette. Brian says this could be a 1-possession game. What say you, Chris, in this one, Marquette, Creighton, Fox 1?
Well, it is one of my premium picks tonight, so I'm going to try not to delve too much into it, but I mean, Brian's got a point. These two teams, historically, Marquette, Creighton is one of the marquee matchups in the Big East, and they like to play each other tight, so there's definitely a point to be made for Marquette plus the 8 points.
All right, there's a point there for Marquette plus the 8. This is from Brian Bittler over at Pig Dogs. You can see the numbers are fantastic. All right, Brian, let's have it here. What's going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
All right, number one last 30 days, 20-11. Last 31 NFL picks, 65%. Get my NFL total of the year. It goes off tonight at pickdogs.com for $30. And if you want all 3 of my plays tonight, you get all 3 for $50 at pickdogs.com. Don't miss it, guys. It's going to be a huge night, especially that NFL total.
Yeah, huge night right now from Brian Bittler over at Pig Dogs Trim. You see the numbers there, over 1,800 units of profit past 30 days. This is all documented over at Pig Dogs Premium, so check them out right there. Why not pick up one of those long-term passes if you don't want the one day, you want a little longer? We got a 3-day, 7-day, up to a 30-day all sports pass from Brian Bittler. Get all Brian's plays. That would be college football, would be the NFL, college basketball, the NBA's in play. It's a little more than a week away, a week and 1 day away. So a good time to get on board with Brian Bittler over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Brian, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you Friday.
I'll see you at the end of the week, Tony.
All right, everybody, Brian Bittler here on the drive-through. All right, we'll continue on and welcome Kevin Thomas to the show. You'll find Kevin as well over on Pig Dogs Premium. Kevin, how you doing tonight?
Good. How about you guys? How you guys doing?
We're doing great, doing great. You're going to be looking at this one between Nevada and San Diego, college basketball action on WCC Network. We got Nevada laying a 3.5 on the road. Total sits here about 143.
Yeah, we're looking at San Diego last season 9-23, but they returned most of that team. They only played 1 game so far due to the COVID, and that was against UCLA, who we are seeing as a really good team. So I'm not going to put anything into that game, as San Diego shot 26%. Nevada, on the other hand, 4-2. They got 1 quality win so far over Nebraska. That was on a back-to-back, so I'm not going to put too much value into that either. They just seem to have more energy in that game. San Diego does have 2 transfers, and they have a big stud, 14 rebounds in the game against UCLA, which just says a lot. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but I will. Yoan Maselski, 14 rebounds. I like San Diego at home with the points. I actually like them for the outright win. So there you go.
All right, San Diego Toreros plus the points here against Nevada. All right, Chris, what say you in this matchup?
I'm not going to go so far as to call UCLA a good team just because it hurts my soul to call a Mick Cronin coach team a good team. But no, Kevin makes a great point. I mean, San Diego, they're one of the few teams that didn't go the JUCO or the freshman route. They went to the transfer portal, and we're going to see if it pays off dividends. I think it does tonight. I've seen Steve Alford shoot himself in the foot too many times to count. So I'm on San Diego as well, plus a 3.5.
All right, all agreement here with San Diego plus a 3.5 against Nevada. Action tonight from college basketball, 9 p.m. Eastern time tip. Plenty of time to get that one in there with a little bit more, almost 3 hours away from tip-off. All right, Kevin, over at Pig Dogs Premium, what you got going on?
You can still get my Monday Night Football game. I'm 11-7-2 last 20, and I do have an NBA package up. If you get it from now to December 22nd, once tip-off, it goes to $500. Right now it's $399.99, so make sure to get on that. And as always, check out my 3-day and 7-day packages, as you're going to get tons of sports going on at a great price.
That's right, guys. Good time to get one of his long-term passes from Kevin Thomas over at Pig Dogs Premium. Doing very well up on the site. A 7-day or 3rd day will get all of Kevin's plays at the site. All the picks that he releases, college football, college basketball, and the NBA will start in a little bit more than a week. So check out Kevin Thomas over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Kevin, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
You too. See you later. Thanks.
All right, everybody. Kevin Thomas here on the Drive-Thru, joined here by Chris Ruffalo. Reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. We got the Drive-Thru show here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. The morning show gets us started with Mitch at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, be sure to tune in at halftime of this Ravens and Browns matchup, because Mitch will come in with his halftime picks. You'll get Mitch's halftime picks, and of course, a lot more live programming here on the channel. So be sure to subscribe. And of course, we always say, Chris, to give us that thumbs up, that like, because it helps our audience grow.
Oh, absolutely. We say it all the time, so hopefully it doesn't sound like a broken record, but it costs everybody nothing, takes them a second. It's right underneath the video that you're already watching if you're on the YouTube streams. It literally takes you a second. It helps us out a bunch, and it allows us to keep giving you guys premium content like this. So just smash the like button. It takes a second. Helps us out a bunch.
All right, we appreciate that quite a bit. All right, Chris, now it's you up in center here looking at college basketball tonight. This one on the SEC Network, 8 Eastern time. Central Arkansas and Ole Miss. Ole Miss laying some points here, laying about 23. We've seen this total balloon from 149 to 154 or 54.5 in some places. How do you see this one?
Yeah, this total, I went right before we went on the air, I kind of looked at it, and the total was the only thing that ballooned. My eyes ballooned out of my head, but you know what? I think it's warranted, because you look at what Central Arkansas has done. This is a Central Arkansas team that, for lack of a better term, stinks. And not necessarily on the offensive end, because, this team's put up 75 points against Arkansas, 83 against Little Rock, 68 against Memphis, 65 against St. Louis. But yet you realize they're still 0-4, and that's because they're giving up 100 to Arkansas, 88 to St. Louis, who's mostly known for being a defensive team that's luckily on most nights to hit 70 points. You got 86 to Little Rock, 85 to Memphis. The Central Arkansas team can't keep points off the board. On the other side, Ole Miss, it's translated from the football field to the basketball court. This team loves to score. They love to put points on the board, but they also give up points in bunches themselves. I think that, Ole Miss has still star-studded lineup, Devontae Shuler, KJ Buffin. This is going to be a really high-scoring affair. I think no matter how you slice it, we're going to see both teams get. I think you can at least see Central Arkansas into the low 60s to low 70s, somewhere around there. And if Mississippi State keeps scoring at the pace that they're at, this thing's going to go over no problem. So I like the over 154.5. Or
right.
Whatever your line, 154, 154.5. I think it goes well into 170.
All right, guys, be sure to shop your lines right here. He says take Central Arkansas and Ole Miss over total of 154.5. Chris Ruffalo, you'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Chris, the past quarter of the hour, what you got going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, let me start by opening up today's day on the Advent calendar, because we're starting to get lower and lower, and God, these doors are giving me issues. God. See, this is why they say you don't eat a cheeseburger before you start opening doors on an Advent calendar, because then everything gets greasy and slippery. All right, so for day 14, you guys can get $50 off of my college basketball season pass only until midnight tonight. That's going to go down to $349.95. You can see already at the bottom of the screen, we're having a solid start to the college basketball season. So hop on one of those long-term packages for the college hoop season. It's going to get you everything up until the final buzzer of the championship game. So we're going to have that for you. As for tonight, still got my Monday Night Monster NFL play. Got my Monday Night Madness College Hoops 3-pack. Hoops are $29.95. NFL's $25. Those are going to put some money in your pocket to start the week. And, we keep saying it. Get one of those longer-term packages because you know what? It's going to save you money. It's going to save you time and headache down the road. You don't have to keep re-signing up. It's a one-time thing. You just sign in, get your picks, boom, you place your bets, you end up in the winner's circle. So hop on one of those long-term packages. Let's start putting some money in those pockets.
Yeah, good time to get one of those long-term passes. You see Chris Ruffalo over at Pig Dogs Premium approaching 400 units of profit over at the site in college basketball. That is all documented. A good time to pick up one of those long-term passes. He has a 7-day or 3rd-day. You'll get all of Chris's plays from that time period you choose over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, I will continue on here on the drive-thru with Chris Ruffalo. I want to give a shout-out to our buddy Kwame. Thank you very much for that $9.99 super chat, Kwame. Thank you very much for that. Greatly appreciate it. All right, let's continue on here with Rod Zawacki. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Well, of course, he's part of that morning crew at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch and company. Rod, how things going today?
Going good, Tony.
All right, excellent.
Busy as always.
I know you're busy with these contests. We'll update the contest standings at the end of the show, guys. And you're going to be looking at this game on Pac-12 Network, Northern Colorado and Colorado. The Buffaloes return home after that showing against Tennessee where they fell. They're going to be laying at 14. That total sits here at 135.5.
I look at this game here, and Colorado did lose that last game, so I think they're going to come in here a little bit hot after that loss. Northern Colorado really hasn't played anybody big and significant yet. Their record does show 2-0. They're 2-0 at home, but they're on the road here. So for me, their numbers a little bit skewed, but they're averaging in those two games. They're averaging 85 points a game. Colorado's defense will definitely they won't let them score that many points in this game. I'm picturing them around 70 something, and the Colorado offense around 70 something. I lean to Northern Colorado in the points, but I like this over a little better. Colorado offense is deadly with their free throws, hitting almost at 90 on the charity stripe there, and Northern Colorado loves to give teams free throws at the charity stripe, and I think that's the big difference here that pushes this game over the number. Too many fouls by Northern Colorado and freebie buckets.
All right, that's the play here from Rod Zawacki. Take Northern Colorado over a total of 136. Now, you can find some 135.5s out there, so do your line shopping. Of course, every point really matters there when you look at the long-term picture with your betting, especially if you're tracking it. It does make a huge difference over at with your wagering. All right, Chris, what say you in this one?
Yeah, this was one that I looked at, and I think Rod's bang on here. I mean, you look at the first two games for Colorado, averaging around 80 points a game. And those are two step-down spots in competition. I think Northern Colorado, while it's a rivalry, is a bit of a step down as well. So if they score around 80, all you really got to have is 55, 60 points from Northern Colorado to get well over this number, and I think we do. So I'm with them. I'm on the over here as well.
All agreement here on the over 136. All right, Rod, approaching the bottom of the hour. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I still got the Monday Night Football available by itself. Sideways, grab my college basketball birdcage of the night for Monday, available at the website. Both available. Grab it up or grab something long term. 3-day, 7-day. Gonna have a good week. I can feel it.
All right. Check it out. Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. He has long-term passes. You want to check him out for 3 days or 7-day or up to 30-day all sports pass. All of Rod's plays over at Pig Dogs Premium. Of course, the NBA season just about to start, and they're looking forward to a big season from Rod Zawacki over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Have yourself there a great night. Continued success, and we will talk with you tomorrow.
You guys have yourself a good night. See you in the morning, Chris.
All right, everybody. Rod Zawacki, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You can catch that morning show with Rod Zawacki and company. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. I just wanted to give a shout out to one of our chat people on the chat room here. Let's see. I think we've got him up here. Let's see. I wanted to give a shout out here to J Dog J-Dog, thanks for that $4.99 super chat over on the chat room. We appreciate that quite a bit. J-Dog, thank you again for that super chat. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-through. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show. We got El Ninos. He's looking at a game that I like myself as well. El, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, doing great. All right, El, you're going to be looking at this game between Northern Arizona and Colorado State. This one will be on Mountain West Network. Colorado State's laying about 15.5. Total sits here at 146. How do you see this one?
Yeah, I see a bit of a mismatch here, as would be suggested by that line. Colorado State, they had 6 games canceled before playing their season opener, which they won 89-77 against Colorado State Pueblo, for what that's worth. The Rams, as I said, are the much better team here. They're returning a lot of players. This is a pretty big number to be laying. But Northern Arizona has definitely shown us that they're capable of getting blown out, losing their first 2 games, 96-53 and 74-50. And I think Colorado State can win this one by about 20 or so. So I'll be laying the points with Colorado State.
Yeah, I can't argue that one at all with Colorado State. This Northern Arizona team is just bad. And not just bad this year. Go back and look at their numbers for the past 5 years, and in some of these power ratings, you'll see beat red pretty much in every column the past 5 years. It's been horrible. Chris, what say you in this one?
Oh man, I saw red. The first thing I did was look at your T-shirt, Tony. You looked at. I gotta admit, I'm with Al on this one. I mean, don't get me wrong. Colorado State without Nico Caracho, especially after not playing it for 6 games, but Northern Arizona, you get blown up by UC Riverside, yeah, you're dead to me. I'll take Colorado State laying the 16.
Yeah, I can't argue that one. All right, Colorado State laying the 16. You can actually get 15.5 now. This line has been moving around a lot tonight, so shop that line. You can get that. You can actually get 15.5 in many places. So look for that with Colorado State in this one. All right, El, hitting the bottom of the hour. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
I have a 3-pack with my favorite college basketball play and a side and total in the NFL game tonight, and as well as an extra college basketball play for the people on the longer term passes.
All right, so check out the El Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. We don't talk soccer, but he'll throw soccer picks up there on the premium side, and he's having a pretty good year, over 560 units of profit. Why not pick up one of those long-term passes from El Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium? All right, El, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we will talk with you tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, El Ninos here with us on the drive-through. All right, continuing on, we're going to definitely take a look at this Monday Night Football game. Yours truly is going to step up here and give that pick out. It's the Ravens and the Browns, and my play is going to be on the Browns taking the 3 points. Now, the Browns have defended well at home. They're holding teams at 306 yards, about a little more than 18 points a game, and they're getting pressure on the quarterback, averaging about 3 sacks. They have that running attack behind Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. On the road, the Ravens defense allowing 5 yards to carry, which sets up plays downfield for Baker Mayfield. But keep an eye on the weather in this one. Even if the weather is bad, the Browns have a running game, which is something I'm looking at here. Ravens playing on back-to-back short weeks with 6 days between games. Browns will have that extra day of rest after their win last Sunday at Tennessee. Put up a lot of yardage in that game, 458 yards, 340 in the passing game. I'm going to look at the Browns +3. Chris, I know there's a lot of trends out there with the Ravens, but I got to tell you, I don't know how this might be one of the better Browns teams since Brian Sipe was quarterback.
I'd argue that this is one of the best Browns teams since they went back to Cleveland. It's just like you haven't had a chance to say that about the Cleveland Browns very much, but I do have a premium play on the side, but I like my free play just as much. I like the under in this one. You have 2 fantastic running offenses with Cleveland with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and Baltimore, well, we all know Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, and what they can do. So I think there's going to be a ton of clock chewed up tonight. I think we're going to see a lot of running the football. I think we're going to see a lot of physical play running into the offensive lines. This is going to be your typical AFC North black and blue kind of game. So I like the under in this one.
You like the under. And one thing to note here is we talked about the weather. It could be cold, could be some issues here. I don't like quarterbacks that run the football in cold weather. I've always worried about fumbles and turnovers in that situation because they don't tuck the ball away, as well when they run the football in cold weather. So that's one thing I was a little nervous about with Lamar Jackson running the football in this type of environment. All right, continue on.
And sorry to cut you, the other thing I was going to say, when you're also running the football and you're a mobile quarterback and it's cold weather and it's supposed to be windy tonight as well, those hits hurt that much more. And it makes you a little bit, I don't want to say it makes you second guess yourself, but you're kind of just like, okay, not this again. And then you have to run, and then you're going to get hit and it's still going to hurt just the same. So I'm with you there. Mobile quarterbacks in the cold weather, not my favorite place to be, but it's part of the game. Unfortunately, it's part of the deal that you sign up with when you decide to play for the Ravens or any cold weather team for that matter.
Yeah, especially Cleveland, no question about that. All right, guys, you can always check Pig Dogs Premium for my long-term passes. I got a 3-day and a 7-day as well as 30 days up there. Check me out over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, we got you covered here with Monday Night Football. We got you covered with a good group of games from college football for tonight. But now it's time to go ahead and review those picks from today's show. All right, we started off here with Brian Bittler. He was on Marquette plus the 8 against Creighton. Kevin Thomas says San Diego plus 3.5 against Nevada. Chris, Central Arkansas Ole Miss over 154.5. Rod Zawacki, Colorado, Northern Colorado over a total of 136. El Ninos, Colorado State minus 16, although there are 15.5s out there against Northern Arizona. Yours truly on the Browns plus the 3. All right, let's go start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I think I got to be with Al on this one. I like Colorado State minus 16 against Northern Arizona. They're Lumberjacks. Unfortunately, there's not that much wood for Colorado State to chop tonight. I think they're going to get taken down. Timber.
All right, Al. Other than your play, which one do you like the best up there?
I will go with Kevin Thomas. I'll go with San Diego plus 3.5.
San Diego plus 3.5. I'm going to go with Al's play. I mean, I just hate Northern Arizona. They could lose this by 20, 30 points really easily. They're not a very good team. They don't defend. I think they're shooting like 29% from the field and giving up over 50% shooting. It's just atrocious numbers this year. Even Riverside was launching threes on them, and and blew them out by like 24. So I'm with you there. All right, Alice, I think you have him on the show. Let's go ahead, guys, and take a look at the up-to-date standings now on these contests. We'll start here with the Pig Dogs. With the Pig Dogs Capper contest, it goes our December contest. It goes up until the end of the month, and I want to go ahead and bring that up right now. So let's take a look at it, Chris. Right now we got the numbers in through 12-13. James Clark over 2,200 units of profit. He's got a lead on Joseph Peru, and Kendall Davis here are at 1,000 units, over 1,074. But Clark up to a lead so far, but still less than half the contest in already.
Yeah, there's still another half of the contest to go, and catching 2 giant money line dogs will sort of do this for you. It'll give you a nice lead. Now it's about nursing that lead and just making sure it doesn't all go away in the span of a day. So, there's still time for these guys and girls that are right behind Mr. James Clark to sort of make up some ground. And like I said, by no means is anybody out of this, especially when you're at over 1,000 units of profit. And make no mistake, we're always going to be looking for other writers or other cappers as well. And we're always just seeing what talent's out there. And right now I can definitely see from the top 10, there is a lot of talent in this pool that we have going on right now.
Yeah, a lot of talent from that top 10. Let's take a look at 11 through 25. We got 20 people, at least 500 units of profit through 2 weeks. Not too bad here. Bill Godwin's still in the hunt. All of them are still in the hunt. We got even Justin Wells sitting at 18, 600 units of profit. A lot can change here the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely. And how many times have we said it only takes 2 0-3 days from people at the top and 2 3-0 days from people in the top, at the bottom of the top 25? That's a 1,200 unit swing. That's enough to jumble everything up. So like we said, guys, it is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not over whatsoever. There's a flash on the site. Be sure to check out the Facebook group Pig Dogs for all the details of the contest is over, but you can track the results. All the cappers post their picks in there. So if you want to follow any of these cappers with their plays every day, go to the Pig Dogs Facebook group, and you'll be able to check out the contest results there. All right, we'll continue.
I was going to say, the other thing is we're also having a lot more people start to put their write-ups in there as well, so you can start to see how these contest entrants are getting to their picks and how they're getting to where they're getting to. And it's, and take it from me, someone who's been writing on the site for 4 years, it's always nice to have a fresh insight onto how people get there, and I'm enjoying reading a lot of these.
Oh, absolutely. Here's the Sports Chat Plays Top 10 leaderboard here. This is the current numbers here. This one is pretty competitive here as we're seeing Jordan with over 1,400 units of profit, but Whiteman, Boone, Johnson, and Feather, we've got 5 cappers here over 1,000 units, and Lewis and Lucasano not too far behind.
No, this was, and the funny thing was this was the smaller group of the two, but it also seems to have the most edge, at least in the top 25, and it's just a logjam near the top. I mean, we expected there to be a little bit of a logjam, but to have 5 people over 1,000 units of profit in the top 5, and this is going to be great to watch for the second half of this contest.
That's right. Here's 11 through 25, guys. Again, this contest will be on Sports Chat Place on the Facebook group as well. And again, all the cappers here post their picks, so it's transparent. You can see every play if you want to track them. Unfortunately, you can't get in the contest if you missed it. It started December 1st, but it's always good to track some of these top performers out here, and so you can follow their picks and maybe get some winners here over at the Sports Chat Place Facebook group. So that's your up-to-date contest. All right, guys, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time with a drive-through. Back tomorrow with a lot more picks on the show for all the primetime games. So be sure to tune in. And don't forget, it all gets started at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show with Mitch and Company. And don't forget, halftime of the Ravens and Browns. Have your phones, have your laptop ready. Check those YouTube notifications because Mitch will come up at halftime with his halftime show, giving you the halftime picks for this Ravens and Browns. So be sure to tune in at the half. All right, let's bring in our crew from today's show, and we'll give yourself a nice wave goodbye and have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with